I bought some crypto, I bought at the top. Felt the FOMO, man, I couldn't stop. Dreams of Lambos and a yacht to land. This digital gold slipped right through my hand. Charts climbing high like I could touch the sky. But fortune smirked and waved goodbye. Hopes of riches flying high and proud. And then the plunge, oh what a crowd. And then the market fell down, fell down. There goes vacation, there goes the rent. Oh, that money's long gone spent. I bought some crypto then. The market fell down, fell down. I watched the news hyped up on my screen. 1,000 voices saying evergreen. But the bubble popped and left me dazed, lost in a haze, crypto craze. Lucky rabbit's feet couldn't save me then. Every coin I bought turned to dust again. Back to dreaming on a subway ride, feeling the sting of that crypto tide. And then the market fell down, fell down. There goes vacation, there goes the rent. Oh, that money's long gone spent. I bought some crypto then. The market fell down, fell down. There the market fell down, fell down. There goes vacation, there goes the rent. Oh, that money's long gone spent. I bought some crypto, then the market fell down, fell down. Then the market fell down, fell down. For all the times you rode that moon, my friend, thought those games would never end. And I told you lock some in, don't stall. But you chase the peak until the fall. Cause if you like the way those charts climb high, you should have grabbed your cut before the sky. And every pump you chased just fed your greed. Could have paid yourself what you need. So when it's up, just pay yourself. Don't ride the wave till profits melt. Take some gains, don't hoard the wealth. Oh baby, you should go and pay yourself. So when it's up, just pay yourself. Don't ride the wave till profits melt. Take some gains, don't hoard the wealth. Oh baby, you should go and pay yourself. it when moons took flight, and you swore this run would never fade. Now you're dreaming of the trades you played. Cause if you like the way those green lines soar, you should have cashed the stack and wanted more. And every high you held just teased your soul.
That song's okay. I mean, it's got a good beat. I can dance to it, but it just don't have any cowbell. Now it does.
Don't ride the wave till profits melt. Take some gains, don't hoard the wealth. Oh baby, you should go and pay yourself. Oh, don't chase too long, it's a play. Secure the bag, then walk away. And I say, one thing's real. Stack that powder for the deal. So when it's up, just pay yourself. Don't ride the wave till profits melt. Take some gains, don't hoard the wealth. Oh baby, you should go and pay yourself. Na na na, na na na, pay yourself.
This song was a special request from Habib to Sean. Sean, Habib wanted to send you this song. Send you his well wishes.
You suck, Habib.
I thought it was very fitting. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself. We're about to venture from one universe into another universe where Turkey is doing crypto analysis on YouTube. If you didn't sign up for that, you better leave right now.
Cause baby, you made a bad call.
What?
You know we used to cash in fast. You trashed it all so damn fast. Cause baby, now I played your bad call.
Oh look, there's a like button. You want me to hit it? Can you hit it, Sean? I mean, can you hit any button? I mean, really, can you?
My wife keeps asking me that same thing. Why does everybody keep talking to me about buttons?
Coins burned up in minutes. You're a fucking hack. Oh, it kills me too.
Magic button.
Think of the fat gains I lost today. Cause baby, you made a bad call. You know we used to cash in fast. You trashed it all so damn fast. Cause baby, now I played your bad call. Yo, did I call the dip, huh? Slow with the flare, charge my terrain, I'm the king up in there. Streams my machine, hypes my domain. You took the hit, kid, feel that pain. Trade hot shot, yeah, fancy my spin. You tanked hard, that's your sin. Not my fault, I don't miss the take. Still cashing clout, no mistake.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the second time, if we can press some buttons around here, would you like to start the show, please?
Think of the
For those of you out there that have hit that like button, I'd just say thank you very much.
Hi, and welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. How's it going, everybody? Hey, do you remember this guy that's behind me here, the little woolly booger? Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Pay attention to that face. That's a wanted man right there, a wanted woolly booger. However, I think I really discovered what this pattern really is. It's the one that really we should all learn to fear and possibly respect, but definitely to fear. I hereby dub this here pattern the crab cat. Fear the crab cat. We have identified it. It is definitely a crab cat. Looks kind of crabby, kind of catty. Yeah. We took a measured move from the crab cat. We took a measured move from that little guy, and would it be crazy? I mean, the measured move, if you take it from it's a triple top variation. Highest point to the lowest point, and you put it at the lowest valley, and takes us down here to this crazy little area below this little 382 area that we talked about. If we can get a bounce there, it could look good. It could be strong. It could be woo. I was watching for that. I said, watch for that. I was watching for it with popcorn. Ooh, we got to talk about that. I'm still in this tiny time frame here. We'll get to the bigger ones. I just know you DJs can recognize this. Ha 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 ha. Look where we get with we smashed it and kept going. In fact, we're still going. We just dropping like a rock. Not like a rocket. Well, kind of like a rocket. Dropping like a rocket. Oh, look, you can look the other way. How cute, how cool. Fear the crab cat. That's all I'm saying. Fear the crab cat. You guys like the crab cat? The crab cat. All right, so let's zoom out. Let's take a look at Bitcoin after I say hello to everybody. How's it going, everybody? Sunday night here as we get ready to go into Monday morning, and you know the CME future guys have come back in. And remember, there was that. Let's go to the Christmas tree candles here. Get that line off. Don't need a red line. The crab cat's got me really confused right there. Oh man. Okay. So the MBT1 exclamation point, the micro Bitcoin futures, CME futures Bitcoin. Well, they're open now, so they're like, huh? Yeah, we were up here, and then now we're not, huh? So we got them to contend with. So let's kind of back off of here and take all this. Let's peel the onion here out of all these little widgets that I've got displayed here. And we're on the daily time frame. Back here, see now, see this? See, now we got a gap. Now we got another gap right up here. How many gaps are we filling? I think they're just making gaps to have them filled. Like they're lonely and just need to get a gap filled. I don't know. Maybe people feel like sometimes I don't know. Does anyone need their gap filled? So there's this gap down here from a couple of weeks ago where, you know, we kind of blasted off without them, and then they get pissed about that. I mean, this sounds harsh and it sounds crude and crass and everything, but there's no other way to explain it. I mean, we can say, well, the present and the balance of, you know, equal. I don't know. Basically, I think they get pissed because they missed out on a good thing, so they drive price down so they can get it filled. Seems to happen all the time with the little gaps. At some point, they have a history of getting filled. There are a few in Bitcoin that have not been filled. I think some of them were around $96,000. That's why people keep saying, we're going back to $9,000. There was a gap over here, and then we filled it. And there was a gap here, and then we filled it. And there's a gap here, and I'd say we're probably going to fill it, and that will take us down to the areas that we were also looking at with some other areas. Methods. He says methods. Around 91.5 is around the gap area, so ta-da! Not surprised, not surprised. Our 618 Fibonacci area, it got broken. You remember the crab cat that broke it? And I'm on the CME futures chart. I like to watch this one. This one I think is kind of interesting because the indicators will be a little bit different over here. A wee bit different. And, you know, for instance, we're well above our 200 moving average over here on the daily. Yeah. And this looks pretty healthy and pretty nice, to be honest with you. So what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is that, you know, we were definitely on a downward trend, and now we're trying to confirm that we're not any longer on that downward trend. And if we are rejected here, as it appears that we are being rejected here, this appears to be rejection right here and not a flag to the upside. So sad to say that. Gosh darn it. I know there are so many flag people out there just flagging it out, jumping in on flags. And, you know, there's a flag there, we gotta jump in. You know, no signal, and taking those trades to the upside and everything. But it didn't quite flag out, did it? I mean, gosh darn it. Freaking market. That's just how it goes. Sorry, flag guys, man. Maybe you guys need a special flag. You guys can have a flag day. That would be cool. Anyway, so rising channels normally break to the downside, especially you got rising price and falling volume. And it sounds like a Monday morning quarterback, isn't it? But no, we've been talking about this as happening there. I've been kind of thinking, I was saying, man, it's overdue, starting to wonder myself. But you know, let's go back to where we were just a few minutes ago. Down here, we talked about that green line, right? If we could get a bounce there, there's a possibility that we could. This little red line on this chart. There was it looked better over here on the green line though. Wasn't this the one? Put my candles back on, boy. Put my candles back on. So yeah, because this is my green little 382 fib, and we're talking about, you know, the ascending triangle or whatever part of the flag to the upside that was called earlier. Not by me. I just noticed other people do that, and I'm like, wow, man, that's ballsy. But it looked like it might be bouncing off, and of course then I get a trend line that when I'm on the 6 minute time frame, it looks like crap. I think I took it from a bigger time frame, and then it seems like when I'm watching it here on a smaller time frame, like, you're respecting that trend line. Oh man, must have dialed that in. Now I'm looking back and I'm like, that looks like crap. But anyway, I was watching this and considering that trend line and then this green line, and I'm watching like popcorn and like, are you gonna do it? Because I was ready to go short, but then I felt stupid because I don't like to short support, and it doesn't feel right. Just like it don't feel like it's time to short a top either. That kind of feels kind of icky. It just feels kind of weird, you know. And I did try a little short, and then she wanted to come up here and make a higher high, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. That's not good. That's going against the program. She made a higher high over here, and you're like, okay, well, are you trying to change trend or something here, darn it? Double bottom, a higher high. Looks like we got some hope. Nope. There she goes. There she goes, darn it. Some of the things that would keep you from getting too overly bullish. Now, I was trying to longer there too, but I also got a short in. Some of the things that would keep you, the things that help me is what a lot of people don't use, and even here on the small time frame, it helps. If I was just using my regular 5 moving averages, I just know I'm a downtrend below the 200. Yay, hey man, it's kind of like being below the 9 moving average. A lot of similarities there. The 9 is like your own personal 200 moving average on your own personal one. Yeah. But the bigger moving averages that I watch, they tell me so much. That's why I got them on here, and they tell me when they were flipping. There was a flipping, and they were not looking healthy here on the smaller time frames. And well, they flipping over like that, and it's like, boy, you did something wrong. You did something bad wrong. And that's a big ass rejection. And then also, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fear of the Crab Cat. Fear of the Crab Cat. I hereby know this pattern, the Crab Cat. Fear of the Crab Cat. This pattern right here was the same one that came in on Total 3 last year at the top, at that 3.618 area that we had lined out. So man, that looks like that's supposed to be a reversal area. There's a reversal pattern. Would have been the perfect time to have gotten totally ass out, but I didn't. No, I was like, I'll do a little. I might be able to walk it off. Who knows? Because the sentiment doesn't feel like that at the time, right? We feel bullish. During all this time, nobody's looking for a crab cat because the crab cat did not exist then. Woo! This is only here on Road Dog Crypto. We're the only ones with the crab cat pattern. Y-Files, you might have a crab cat, but we stole it and put it on a pattern. We patternized it with AI. That's an AI crab cat. Anyway, a lot of people follow this. I mean, it looks symmetrical triangle, whatever. I don't trust a symmetrical triangle as far as I can throw them because they will do a rabbit run. They'll break out one side, come down on the other. I would expect it to kind of do more of a range, but this one said, no, I'm going to continue dumping on you ass because I ain't got no reason. I just like to dump on you. And I was like, well, wow, man, that's kind of rude. Trend lines are your friends. They help you know when to get out and when to get in. I'm saying I just throw these ideas out there, and sometimes they stick, and sometimes they're like, I don't want to know what he's talking about. He's programming your subconscious mind. Well, that shall be illegal unless you got a note from my mother. All right, so Bitcoin. Did we ever say hello to everybody? Because I get off on ADD at its finest, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Chris Klein, how's it going? You were first. Give me a shout out right there. Such a bummer. Curious going on. My thumbnail tonight has. Does it show? Is it Nerp? That's not you. Carrie Fisher from Star Wars. It's not going to do it. Oh well, I can't see the thumbnail now. Yeah, it is sad that she's gone. It's sad that it's sad when everybody goes, really. Too many people going, but I guess it's part of life, and that's why we should enjoy every day while we're here, you know? Think about it. Very, very seriously here. Is the music too loud? Let me turn it down just a smidgen. I wanted to say smidgen all day. You guys make my dream come true all the time. High five. Here, have a turkey claw. It's on me. Right above my head. Anyway. So I'm over here. I was supposed to be saying hello to everybody, and I found myself over here on the indices. Board PC guy Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? Fellow YouTuber, and I want to pull that up on here. Does it work? Is my thing working again? Is that you, Joe? Did that come? No, that's not. That's something else. It says Joe, but it says something else. I was trying to throw up the link for Joe's channel. Fellow YouTuber, go check him out. Teaches TA. Excellent teacher. Teaching the stuff that you need to know, and not the stuff that's all, you know, that hype stuff that's obviously not working out too good right now. To the upside. Anyway, Chris Clyde, how's it going? Hey, there's best part of the end. Best part of the end of the night. Timeless affection to our favorite turkey. Ah, gosh darn it. So. Hey, you want to go skating? Yeah, me neither. Okay. Hey, board PC guy, how's it going? Strigard. DLZ, how's it going? Glenn, shout out to all you guys here. Flokies, Angels. All right, so. What I like to do this part of the night after I get through talking about Bitcoin and start looking over here at the indices, get a feel for the weather. You know, SPX, everybody's worried about the regular market too. They're kind of concerned, and a lot of stuff going over there with a lot of uncertainty. So it's not hard to imagine why Bitcoin would pull back. That's one of the fundamental things that, you know, we kind of discussed there too. Although base my decisions purely on charts. Because that news can flip-flop in the heartbeat. We know a lot of times that news always ain't real. It's at resistance, but if it has a good day tomorrow, you know, I think there's some anticipation about the rate cuts coming, and all that juicy stuff that we should probably keep a lot more track of. I like to watch Bloomberg. So a nice pump up there would be cool. But look what's happening over here with Total 3. Total 3, what you doing to me, baby? Why you do this to me? You hump, and then you want to dump already. Why you want to dump on me? This is that magical 3618 that had the crab cat. This was our crab cat. I called it a crab. No, the crab cat was actually a small one right here on this first hump. This is on the daily. It was right up here. That was just an echo of the crab cat. Hello, crab cat. And then we got another crab cat. Is it any wonder that we're down here? The signs were there. The crab cat warned us. But no, we kept wanting to flag it to the upside. We didn't hear. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to bash, but flag trading, that's one of the first things that you will learn in the pattern trading, and one of the favorite things that a newbie, it becomes the favorite. It's one of the favorites. Because they're easy to see, right? But they're not told, or they don't seem to realize the underlying value of lesson one that they learn about trend lines, you know, that make the pattern and all that. And sometimes, you know, the flag extends beyond the trend line, and you know that's already kind of broken one rule, kind of goes against you breaking that. There's little things like that kind of get missed, and as things are regurgitated from sensei to student to white belt that then goes out and starts their own dojo, makes up their own style. But they make $1 million with that style, so hey, man.
I got the coins that you wanna know. Lambos in the moonlight. Oh, they
The Crab Cat. Okay, Crab Cat's getting on my nerves here. I got to get him off here so we can concentrate. We're mostly going to look at some altcoins tonight and see what the hell these are doing. Oh wow, ooh, ouch, burn. Oh, that took a licking. Ooh, look at this flag to the upside is ooh, dang, ow, damn, oh, I can't stop it. Oh, that's nasty. Maybe not too nasty. Maybe we're exaggerating just a wee little bit, but meanwhile, back on the plantation, we were looking at this woolly booger pattern. Oh my god, is that the crab cat? That looks like a crab cat. Big falling ass wedgie that broke out to the upside. Nice little double bottom down there, W pattern and all that. We established a trend line here, which we're now breaking, but there may be, you know, a little bit more said to that trend line. That's just, this is for theatrics. But no, we did break an area. But here, what the hell is he trying to say? I'm trying to say that we do things a little bit different here. Rather than chasing price and trying to predict what pattern it is and where it's going at the very last second and, you know, all this crazy stuff, we can kind of get a little glance ahead with the help of our Fibonacci. And we located these areas right over here at the, well, I got you color coded a little bit different. I may have did you from somewhere else. They kind of overlap. This nice little zone here, 886-786 area Fibonacci from here to here. That's just where price likes to reverse if it's going to reverse and take a breath. Now, if she wants to take a slight breather and then go back up, she can do that. A lot of times they come down a range. You know, we got some options, but the first option was, hey man, there's a barrier up here. There's a roadblock. It's the fuzz. We gotta turn around and do a U-turn. Oh no. Did they see us? Bobby, I'm scared. I didn't mean to open that bottle of tequila. All right, so one of the tricks that I do, which is totally unorthodox, should be illegal in 7 states, if not more. Elizabeth Warren, I know you want to ban this technique, but I'm going to use it to my dying breath. I like to take an angle because I'm an angler kind of guy, and I put it down here at this. I make it an imaginary. Well, if it's going to be imaginary, we need to do the doodly doots and dot it up so you can see through it like a little ghost. Doodly doot, doodly doot, doodly doot, doodly doot. Okay, so we got our doodly doots. So I know, take it with a grain of salt because I don't have my 3 touches on this side, baby. I might have 2 if I squint my eyeballs and close them really tight here. I got a candle body there with a little wick. Not enough really to tell me what the angle. I can get a whole different angle going on if I measure from down there, right? I'm doing the old woozle doozle technique over here. 3-card Monty right here, right before. Is this a shoulder? Inverted shoulder? Hey, we're going to the upside. Helen? Or is it this way? There are some, anyway. Patterns are not here to confuse you, and I feel like some of the ways that they're presented just make them as confusing as hell because I see them all before. Now, some people might see like a head and shoulders there. I've got a little bit bigger rules for that than some people, but to me, I think we don't have a solid neckline. But doesn't mean that it can't be a bearish pattern. First time I ever heard about head and shoulders, they were just drawing them like this. This is what we got. Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. That's where this comes from the previous mentor. And no mention of the necklines and stuff. I'm kind of really picky about the neckline. And so is the tool over here that will draw your head and shoulders. If you don't get that neckline right, it ain't going to fill them out, man. It ain't going to do it. So I feel rather validated by that fact, so I stick with it. But anyway, it doesn't mean that we don't have something like a triple top or something coming in at a trend line, you know, an area where we connect dots, and then it becomes resistance. Anyway, we're dumping down, is what we're saying. How far are we going to dump down to? I guess that's what everybody wants to know. 200 moving averages down here, and I think we did this before, but now that we figured out where we've been and we got all that out of the way, we can come over here and should we be shorting altcoins? Should we be longing altcoins? I've been shorting a lot of them. I got a couple of longs, but they're not. They may stop out pretty soon. Swing low to swing high. Didn't really know what they were going to do this weekend. Whether they were going to, drive us all down, or maybe keep us going and pumping us through the weekend and then dumping us down on Monday. And we see what they're doing. So we are here currently at a 236 Fibonacci. Translate that into English for us, please. That is our first stop. It would be a hella bullish move to bounce from here. We normally don't. Okay, normally don't. We got a couple of bounces, and that looks really bullish, but we didn't have this top at that time. We do have that top at the time now. Now we got this line. Even if she does bounce, I mean, I'd look at it skeptical, because we usually come down to this little area here, that little green line area, and that means that we'd be losing about another 30 billion. But I'm like, my gosh, so if we're going to go through all that, we might as well take a measured move from this channel we just broke, and there could be some lower areas, and that would suck, but it could happen. We got to keep that in mind. Remember, we are playing around with some bearish moving averages, and we're above the 360. That's this purple line. I can't say you got the rainbow lipstick on the screen. It's not lipstick, it's rainbow barber. Anyway, right here where we could be coming down to next. Maybe it holds, maybe it doesn't hold. We'll see. What the angle thing, like I said, it's just a pipe dream at the moment. There's some other plays that we can look at. It could be a shoulder, head and shoulder. It could be. I would not doubt that it is, but it would probably be symmetrical to what we had over here. Meaning, hey baby, altcoin's about to get super cheap one more time. Probably wouldn't come down all that far. If I had to guesstimate, which I often do here on this channel, we guesstimate. That's almost like when you procrastinate, but it's different. Just a tiny bit. So I'm going to guesstimate right here. That we could come as low as 730 billion, and that would suck balls, just to be blunt about it. Making a lower low is no bueno. We actually need to bounce here and then go up. We need to knock this guy out. This is not good. We need to knock that one out. It's cool that we got this one, okay? Yeah, love you. We need some nitrous. Can we see a scenario where that can happen? Yeah, let's take this trend line. Let's get no bias. I don't want the bias. I can feel the bias coming on. I don't want the bias. I want to remove all obstacles. You are healed. All right, so there we go. But you just said we had a neck. No. Even though you do. Man, I don't see any way for you to knock this little guy out right now unless you bounce here and go for it. Can you do it? Oh. Given that our other moving averages are still kind of high and they're bullish, maybe. Let's look for that. There's our hopium for altcoins. But this week, over Monday, by Tuesday, Wednesday, we should get a good idea. As we more than likely probably will come down to these areas, maybe not all this far, but retest this area over here. Yeah, maybe so this far. This is the 382 Fibonacci. As people say, altcoins suck. I'm selling out of them. I'm going back into stocks and commodities. As that kind of plays out over the next few days or something, for whatever news will be coming out to scare the market, because something's got to be coming out. We lost a trend line. That's pretty simple. Cut the music down. So the basic thing I look for is losing a trend line, and I'm taking it. Candle body, and I'll take these guys. This is the main one that we did lose, and we can do a simple measure move to get a basic idea, go from over here to there. And that's not too bad. I mean, that may not hurt too, but it's she's really right here at our little number here. 200 moving average coming back and retesting that since we lost the 100 by the 5 moving average strategy, we go say hello to the 200. More than likely. The only thing that can get us in the way is this 360. That 360 may keep us from talking to that 200, but I think eventually we will come back and talk to her. So altcoin's not so fun unless you're shorting right now, but then you got to worry about, well, am I shorting support? Because she's not technically put in a lower low just yet. Probably on some of them altcoins. Let me come over and talk to you guys. What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? Let me come over here and let me put this little marker in there for some request, if you don't mind. Otherwise, I'm probably going to look at meme coins because, yeah, when the market does start swinging back, you know, they're gonna move too, and they fell a lot. Maybe we can find some good deals out there. And King Hell, I think last night was asking about them, so I thought we'd take a look. Only stock I'm buying is MicroStrategy bi-weekly. I like MicroStrategy a lot. That one has been the best performer in my little stock portfolio. And I thought I had to sell it all. Left me with 3, then it split to 30. I'm like, I'm back in business. Holy crap. That one has been amazing. Been amazing. And so let's say, ladies and gentlemen, Fibonacci is my cousin. Your cousin's kind of cute. She's a little weird though. Her eyeballs glow. It scares me. But she sure does look good in a pair of blue jeans, though. You can't deny it. Abe says, so with the turkey shave, does that mean that we're getting bearish? Oh. I'm curious what this market, how this going to be, because Thursday and Friday, it was to the moon. We're getting ready to blast off. We're about to have an explosive move out of Bitcoin. I mean, this is what we were hearing. And that's just how subjected that the market is. YouTube, Twitter's probably worse. I don't know. I don't really hang out at Twitter. I post over there, but I don't really look up a lot of stuff over there. But that one's just got a reputation for being just really, you know, a little bit more toxic and everything. And can we still get a fake out? There's still a slight chance for a fake out here, which we could be wicking for this trend line that I'm looking at. Although this is a pretty solid trend line. This is pretty solid here. There's still a little bit of wiggle room. Don't get it wrong, though. If we put it down there, we can, you know, we're right at it. But could it be a fake out we could recover? I mean, that's not out of the question just yet. We need some confirmations. If, like on the 4-hour, getting a candle to open below this trend line, then that's a confirmation for me that, you know, the trend line is broken. Right now, we're just possibly breaking it. We could recover technically, bounce right back and just go on to the upside, bounce off that special Fibonacci area. Because still, technically, we made a higher low so far. But then we got that gap idea, blah blah blah. You got every other idea. Look, there's a little sliver of red coming in. That's a red flag, but it's something to keep your eye on. Fibonacci or a Ichimoku cloud. But definitely, that's a big thick old candle coming down there. Bitcoin. Look, did you find support? Look, we're going to turn around, Helen. We're doing a U-turn. It was a fake out. Told you. That does have some bullish divergence. What is this, 15 minute? So I don't doubt that we'll come back up and try to retest these areas. But moving averages have pretty much told us that we flipped over. We flipped it over. Let's go to the bigger ones. 50 over 100. I mean, these are things that are a little bit harder to overcome. when you lose the 200 moving average, especially on, you know, the bigger the time frame, the harder it is to overcome. Look, we're bouncing off the 360 though. That might have some weight for a retest. Or some weight at all. Maybe here on the 1 hour. 100 is above the 200, but that's okay. Well, there's not totally out of the question. Not totally, at least on this time frame. Bigger time frames we should go ahead and do the bigger time frame, shouldn't we? I mean, this is the weekly close and all that stuff, right? Gosh darn it, didn't we do that? Weekly does not look horrible to me. It looks like she's trying to turn around. MACD, the indicator, trying. We haven't done it yet, but we got the sign saying we're working on a cross. It can roll over though, but we're working on it. This is good. The histogram's starting to come up, lighten up. That's usually good. This is a lagging indicator, so she's just now starting to figure out, hey, all the kids are going over to, I bet they're having a party. And she's going to come over with all the good liquor here in a little bit. And then the party's really going to get wild when she crosses that line. I need a clean chart. Yeah, there is no such thing as a clean chart where the road dog is. So we got that idea. Now, our Market Cipher, BMC, she's been for a couple of weeks. 1, 2, this is the second week after. 1, 2, 2 weeks ago she printed a green dot. Stochastic started heading up. 2 weeks ago it was showing signs of things are starting to look kind of good now for a change, and that was very cool. And then our RSI, and it's crossed the yellow signal line. Now that's bullish. Possibly add some resistance here if we want to throw up a trend line and just kind of lazily put it up there and say, yeah, well, whatever, gotta get two points, yeah, whatever. She crossed that. That's bullish. So we're seeing some bullish signs here in the weekly, and I like this. We're above the 9. Always fine when we're above the 9, but not only that, we're trying to reclaim that 21 moving average. See, you just wait till it comes back to the 21, and then you just buy it, and it bounces. That didn't happen here either. Here we are getting above the 21, and maybe it'll stick, but we still got, we still got the 9 we can test and bounce around and all that, but it's trying to come up. I'm seeing some good signs here that we're working on it. There's also some signs, and I think you're going to hear more about it. We talked about this last night. You're going to hear more people talk about 88,000 and the lower 90s, which we're almost at right now. It's like, did we come up? We came up a little bit. We're bouncing up a little bit. They may just be playing us. More and more and more. They love to play us. All right, so the weekly candle close. When we come over to our other little normal candles over here, we just finished this week. Is that what we did? Really? On our Christmas tree candles, we have a doji. That's an indecision candle. That's the same as the crab cat. It's going, I don't know. Like, you suck. But we're above that 21 moving average. You see that? So we will more than likely, I can almost be a certain of it, come down and touch that 21 moving average here, which currently the price is telling me is 91,800. So hello, baby, honey, we're coming for that gap. You brace yourself, get the feathers out. We're gonna fill that gap, baby. Get the latex glove. So it does look like we're going to get that gap that we talked about earlier. Well, cool. That is our weekly candle close. We're undecided and possibly coming down a little bit. All right, so the altcoins then. Altcoins are still above their 9 moving average on the weekly. Altcoins they might as well be undecided. They're just kind of leveling out there. They're not telling me one way or the other there. Just that they're maintaining. I don't see, where's something bullish? Give me something bullish. Here we go. You did right there. You just now, if it sticks, pray that it sticks. The RSI just crossed over its signal line there. Yay! On the weekly. That's the best we got, ladies and gentlemen. That might be our little Hail Mary. Other than the Ichimoku Cloud, I mean, but she's been bullish for a while. Not that it's helped us out that much. We bounced off the 50, reclaimed that. Now we reclaimed the 9 movement average, tested it already. And this was our last weekly candle close with this. It wasn't indecision. She already came down and did a retest, and now she's starting out kind of green. Altcoins, are you up to something? Are altcoins trying to do something? Well, that sounds a little toasty. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to go look at meme coins. I got back on Bitcoin. My apologies. It happens. I just closed the chat because, hey, why not? I have fat fingers. Not really, but might as well. Let's get you guys over here. Get the live chat up here. Mystery, it's a meme. Let's go check out Mystery. Mystery. Hey, Mystery.
I'm not your trader, not your pawn. I see through the haze. You're dancing in my dreams, babe, with your blockchain ways. You just want my transaction. Yeah.
Or you doing a big old come down here.
Playing games with central plans. I'm slipping deeper in your
What you got going on now on this day? She just took a big dump today. The big Sunday dump happening today on this altcoin. Ooh, what's going on here though? So our MACD or signal lines they're still under the 0 and they're rolling over, and so that might be a concern. And the histogram's rolling over. You're taking a big dump. Are you going to go further than this? We gotta get the juicy gossip. 4 hour, what have you been hearing? I've been hearing 100 been crossed over to 200, so. Okay. I think they're playing with us. I mean, the moving averages could be a lot better, don't get me wrong, but they're not that horrible to be a scared right now, I don't think. And when we look at over here at this guy, you can't be red because that means something else to me. This W pattern over here, support, resistance, flip area, that's right where we're at right now. So, boom, shakalaka. Do we want to fib her out? We need to fib. That's a nice little rounded shape right there. Look, it's a cup with a... Shut up. Don't make me smack you.
You just want transaction, baby. Not my keys, not my crypto lately. Pulling me with moves so shady. You just want transaction. You just want transaction, baby. Charts are spinning, I'm persuaded. Lost in code, intoxicated. Chains are humming.
What are you doing over here, laddie?
Call me yours, but I'm not breaking. Cold wallet's mine, no chance you're taking. You're my rhythm. You just want transaction. You just want transaction, baby.
She's breaking her 618 right now, so that... This is that W area that we kind of defined there. Hopefully that will catch. 100 crossed. I'm on the 4 hour. 100 crossed bullishly over the 200s. I'm not surprised that we're touching it or talking to it right now. But I think we can bounce from here. We should hope that we bounce from here. I mean, it sucks we lost that. Otherwise, I mean, a little further down here to this guy. There are so many zeros that I can't say, but that's got a 4,000, basically at 4,000. And we're at 40, are we at 42.95 right now? But the 9's right back over here. We can snap. We should be able to at least snap back. Are you doing an ABC correction? Elliot would probably freak out. Oh my God, you actually got something, Elliot. Okay. I could see that. Okay. Elliot, I think actually, I'm not surprised at you, Elliot. You actually see this. All right, that's cool. Elliot also think we can get a bump up to one of these areas, and then that's, according to this, that'll be the A. This will be the B wave of the correction. There will be another downward wave, and that could take us. He ain't saying it right now, but it could take us down to even lower than this area I've got. So I would look for that we could bounce back up to these areas right here, that 382. All right, Elliot, I'm fine. Put your targets on it. Hey, Elliot, is that your mom? Looks like she needs some help taking groceries in the house. Okay, see you later. We'll hang out some other time. Phew. Sometimes you can't get rid of him soon enough when you want to, and he likes to talk about possibilities a lot. He flip-flops. Elliot flip-flops. I'll just say it. I don't mean to talk bad about him, but he flip-flops. You know, you just got. I mean, he's a good dude, good heart, and sometimes he's even right, but he will flip-flop on a heartbeat. Kind of. Well, sounds like YouTubers. All right, so mystery. We think you can be coming up to roll over to come down more. I'm going to take a look at, since I didn't see anything else over here. Oh man, there was another one I was going to look at, but now I can't remember. I'm going to take a look at, oh, I've not done you in a while. Smoking chicken fish. The smoking chicken fish. How you doing, smoking chicken fish? That almost looks like a butt crack. I hope it's not. The butt crack, ladies and gentlemen, is when you get a roundy cheek over here. And then we go through something, I don't know, sometimes it's some kind of harmonic, sometimes there's even a little something a little sticky right there. And then we start working on the other butt cheek, and it looks a little bit more like, I call it Bart Simpson's butt crack, because I usually draw it in yellow and then it kind of fits the, like, oh yeah, that's weird. Images you'll never get out of your head. Just the most up-to-date, unique learning tools, mnemonic devices to help you learn to program your subconscious mind. That should be illegal. So moving averages 200 over. I see some good signs here. I am looking. Are you trying to do some kind of weird-ass harmonic thing, though? If you are, then that means that we could eventually find ourselves basically back down to the bottoms here at some point. So that's what I'm looking at. And we could be. I'm not the expert on the harmonic patterns. I do find them fascinating though. So we're at an area that we could bounce, and if we do, then we could be making that little pattern, meaning we'll be going up to like a 786 on this guy. So we would be looking at most likely this guy or this guy. And see, even those guys, I think I just see them watching things unfold rather than trying to plan on how to play it. It's not like I see them take these and say, this appears to be making a possible this and this pattern. We could do this and get in and get out over here. I just see them, we're gonna, I just see this. And this is why I'm, you just see, you know, and usually after the fact, or you know, why it's coming down, and oh, we'll be going down here, and like, well, okay. So why not? If it's going to do something like this, and it could be, that would not be. I don't know where it would go. To be honest with you, I'm not your. But I see some of these guys are lining up. Huh. Are you at 228? Anyway, So if it is something like this, then we'd play. If we get a bounce here, we got our 2 targets, right? That's just how, I mean, I bottom of trend lines. That's just how I look at this stuff. 34%, maybe 48% gains out of smoking chicken fishes, if it does whatever that sucker is, or anything around thereabouts. Or is it a flag to the upside? There will no doubt be the flag players out there who will look at this and, hey man, play it if you want it. But I don't believe that she would dare do a number like this. But hey, it gets the clicks, it gets the claps, it gets whatever. And if they come back in the wrong, they just say the market was, you know, didn't respect the TA or what, you know, there's something, and then it's easily forgotten, thrown away, and blah blah blah. Because we're doing a different flag to the upside on every little thing, every little time frame. It's got its own little thing. It's I feel for the new people coming into this market if that's what they're going with. So even if you did do the flag to the upside idea and it got a breakout, be expecting to go up here and maybe, but that's awful bullish to get over all these bigger 800 moving average. It could, I'm not saying it can't, but I think it's more likely that since she's rounding out here and she's already done one little thing, she could be actually doing that bigger thing. I don't know. What's it say? Nobody knows for certain. That's just an idea. It's just a possible thought process that we got here. The thing that it needs to do is you need to get out from underneath the devil is what you need to do, because you just confirmed a candle right underneath the devil. You think that we didn't see that, did you? It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day, and here you are riding underneath Lucy right there, just right underneath her. You ought to be ashamed. We caught you red-handed right here. You riding Lucy. You underneath Lucy right there. Lucy is the devil. She's that red line over there, 666 moving average, and that's why she's called Lucy. Lucy Fur. What's Lucy Fur? Right there. That's what she's for. Tell us when we need to be bullish or bearish, and you need to bop off of there. So I'm curious, is this trend line, this makeshift trend line that we got, because it's a very makeshifty trend line. In retrospect, I think that we probably already broke that little bad boy, just to be honest with you. Honey, I shrunk the kids. And here he is talking about these harmonic things. We might just go on down here and get... Anyway, smoking chicken fish, if you come down and have a good place to stop, the 618 will always be a sweet little spot, but 786, if we're going to... come on. If we're taking a dippity dip, we're probably doing a 786 on a lot of these little guys. Retesting this little breakout area. Quite possibly. Let's look for that. I wouldn't take I'd take a measure move from here, but it would scare you. What? What's this chicken talking about? So I've been going for almost an hour now. Let's see what we got going. Check out FCW, says Chris Klein. Farting chicken wizard. I figured it would be up your alley being a turkey. Farting chicken wizard. It's on Swee. Where is where's Dex Tools? Or is it Dex Tools or Dex Screener? There's one that I don't like as much. Verify that you're a human. I think this is the one that... Sorry for the blinding white snow clouds that screen behind you that they drive us. What's this? Edge to with Ethereum? We are still in the range. Oh, look, we did range down here and get that little guy. Yay. Copy. That's probably why I can't sleep at night.
Lost the keys to heaven's gate, crypto's twist of cruel fate,
It was smoking. Oh, farting. FCW. Farting Chicken Wizard. $304,000 market cap. Fairly new. Farting chicken. That's crazy. Oh my god. Am I going to buy it? Am I going to FOMO in? There's a support resistance area right there. $786 retracement. Oh, that looks interesting. So this is on Solana, I believe. She's still technically in her juicy little buy zone. If I wanted to FOMO in, definitely could. What's on a 5-minute chart here? It holds it. Is that a breakout? There's no volume with that breakout whatsoever. We're going to come down to the 1 minute and degen. I see a broken trend line already, ladies and gentlemen. A broken trend line right there. Come on down, darling. We're more. Give me some smoking chicken fish. Or farting. What is this? Farting. Not farting chicken wizard. Farting chicken. That's crazy. He says as he breaks open his phantom wallet. How far are you coming down if you do come down? If it could down, could be a coming down. 14% says you. Have you a few dollars? I do have a few dollars. And I'm not using Jupiter right now. So, oh, do you trying to bounce on me? I don't think it will stick. Were you guys FOMOing into farting chicken wizard? Hey, you guys are buying this with, you're pumping the price. I want to blow it up with my $2 buy. If I can find it. Where are you? Farting. Hey guys, quit pumping my coin, man. Why is this not coming up? I put it in Morrow. Farting chicken wizard. Oh man. Oh no, here you are, farting chicken. I found you. I thought I was going to have to chase down the address. Oh yeah. Yeah, watch me. No swaps available due to unsupported pair, low liquidity. Oh man, you suck. Am I going to have to go to Radium or something for this? Everybody's going to buy it up without me, man. I got the FOMO for farting wizard chicken wizard. You guys are pumping it. You're pumping it up by 236. It's not fair. It's so unfair being a YouTuber who always. Come on down, baby. Where are you, farting? I'm going to Radium. Radium. Where are you, Radium? Oh my god, I forgot how to navigate this guy. Come on. Dude. Radium. I think that would be the place to go, right? Man, I just missed my discount. I could have got it at 0.00003. Now I gotta get it at 0.0003196. Cause suck. Well, this is lightning fast and just waiting on all this crap to happen. Alright, so farting chicken wizard. Please. Don't make this hard. That's what she said. I'm so sad. It's not pulling up over here for me. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting. So she's at this area. Oh man, dang man! I could have been a farting chicken wizard millionaire. Look how much it went up right there. Wow. You guys are pumping the price on me. Where are you, man? It's not coming up over here. Do I have to go to Jupiter? For real, for real? Is everybody going to click up? 20 people here tonight. Thank you. You're being very patient watching me try to FOMO into it. You're coming down. Somebody bought... What? Somebody bought 9,200. farting chicken wizard coins just a minute ago. I wouldn't doubt that she would come down here a little bit. I really would. But you are broadening. Look at you. Are you doing them broadening wedgies? You need to come down here and talk to this guy again. I'm just saying, just need to. It'd make me feel better and you'd be a lot cheaper. Maybe by the time I find you, you can come down there. Oh. Okay. Radium, I'm done, baby. I'm done, I'm done, baby. I'm done. I'm trying Jupiter. That's just let me go to Jupiter. Stop, please. For the love of all things holy. Why this used to be easy to use and now it's not anymore. Here, yay, Jupiter. Come on down, baby. I'm waiting for you. Farting chicken wizard. There you are. Where is the farting chicken wizard? Yeah. Watch me pump this thing. Oh! See that little sliver? I did that. Yeah. That's what we do around here, man. We pump these coins. Look at that massive candle. I mean, look at that. Oh man, who thought have dumped it on me? Oh man. Now my $2 is only worth 25 cents. You guys suck. All right. So that's cool. I think you could come down here a little bit lower. 26, 28. That's interesting. Just because she's, it's a rising wedge. It's an rising wedgies, ladies and gentlemen. We need to put you down here. So, farting chicken wizard. Where's the price thing? Price thing. Is this you? Oh, jeez. Price label. That's what the cool kids are calling it these days. So maybe 24, 23. Oh man, that means my $2 is going to turn. Oh, I bought you here. I bought the middle. My $2 is going to turn into, oh man, like $1.50. You suck, road dog. She might come down just test this level. That looks like that's a pretty sweet level right here. Support resistance right there. Let's see if she can hold that. I didn't fib out. I didn't feel like fibbing her out. You don't always have to fib her out. I'm being lazy. That's what it is. If you really want to know, you would fib her out. Shut up. All right. Awesome. Yay. Let's check out Pengu because that was hot a while back. Is it hot now? Jeez. Look, this was a good pay. Oh, you went way. Oh! The 236 Fibonacci, the bigger picture. We went up with our big boy pants to our first big boy target right there. 14 cents for Pengu. I'm so sorry that you have to see this. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for what I'm about to put you through, but I don't make the rules for the algorithm. I just got to try to do it so we can make this tiny channel grow. I did have 1,800 subscribers and then I lost 3. I don't know. I was like, oh yay! And then I was like, oh well, hey. So one of you guys could be number 1,800. I'm just saying. But until then, we're gonna go. Nailed it. All right, so we got that, and we're going to take a picture of this, and we're going to post this in our Vandy wall for the algorithm here. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to do the woo. And this is our pay yourself zone. We don't ever want to forget about the pay yourself zone. And look, it nailed it too. It already nailed it before, but then we nailed it. We got 2 nailed it's for the price of 1. That's what we try to do for you here. No other channel does that. No other channel has a turkey doing technical analysis. We are the only crypto channel here on YouTube with a live turkey giving you good, solid TA and a flag to the upside for the algorithm. All right, so come over here to the vanity wall. Let's scroll down to the bottom of the vanity wall. Oh, look, there was one of them flag to the upside plays, that ergo thing. That's the interesting thing. Well, I'll put that on here first. This was Pengu. Pengu. Nailed it. Nailed it. This is Pengu. Pengu. This is Pengu. I did a little short from this as 6x. That's kind of ballsy for me on an altcoin. But I got in at 21 cents and it went down at the point at this. It's probably stopped out by now. I don't know what happened. I took some profits along the way. 86% gains there. Nice. That came from somebody else here on YouTube posted this one. Oh snap. And my short was right around through here. 21. It was right up through here. But they saw something different. They said it was going to go to 28 cents there by May 5th, no doubt. And you know, it was in this beautiful flag to the upside, kind of something like that. But you know, anyway, I did something different. I'm just saying. Speaking of ergo over here. Did we not do ping? We just bragged about ping and didn't do nothing about it. Oh my gosh, my bad. Now I'm getting as bad as everybody else. So we're coming down to find support on the area we hope we'd come down to find some support on, and now we got to figure out, was that going to hold? Let's get some of these other guys out of here so they're not as crowded. Now we can see what's going on. You never did come back down here, did you? You suck, road dog, you suck. Technically, since all of this is there and gone, I mean, we can probably bounce between these and you can see some plays off of these guys, but Pengu, really, now that we've got our top, we got to apply a different set of rules now, or we can apply a different set of rules. I apply a different set of rules because now we can find, well, swing up to swing down. No, swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. And right now we see that we're bouncing off this, or we're holding this 382 area. And if we do happen to make a flag to the upside, okay, it's sad that something is so standard that's a bias that I mean, that's the immediate go-to no matter what. I mean, I can understand that here, you know, that kind of sees it, but when everything's a flag, it creates a bias, and then it becomes a meme. And then for people that pay attention to whoever's doing the flagged upside, it kind of hurts everybody. Like, now it's a meme, I'm not going to pay much attention to it, I'm not even going to take that idea serious. And then when it is real, then you're like, well, you know, because you got a bias against somebody who's just doing silly stuff all the time. That's what I found. She can come down, and I mean, she can come. I'm looking for either bounce. I'm looking for her to come down here, really. If she can come down lower, come down to the 0.5 Fibonacci, come here and tap that little sweet spot, and maybe retouch this trend line that we broke out of. And that's kind of what I would be looking for. Doesn't mean that that's going to happen that way, but there are some moving averages that might want to be talked to, like this 100. If we lose that 50, oh man, look, we lost the 50. We might be on our way down here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to remove this line and get rid of all the biases here, and we'll just, you know, keep a trend line where it matters, because if this one breaks, then we got to change our plan. If this trend line breaks, we change our plan. Just like when this trend line broke, we're like, well, that's not good. Would have been a good time to kind of take profits here, but I'm not saying that it's the easiest thing in the world to do unless you happen to catch it. Have an alarm set because you had lots of other weird stuff, but I look for trend lines to help me navigate, and you know, like this one would have been helpful. Say, wow, I need to think about doing something. About to lose that. Might lose this fib area too if we had it there. I like to throw these ideas out there every once in a while. So we're bouncing around here pretty good. Ichimoku Cloud says, well, you're in a fat cloud, which is technically not really bullish to be there. So we could also be coming down here to 0.009 area. Pango! Just a mere little drop of about, just about 15% maybe. Look, is that a shoulder ahead and is that a shoulder pad? What is that? Well, I see a W. I see a shoulder, head, and shoulder. Well, I can see Casper's ghost. I see a woolly booger. Oh my God. We can see everything that we want to see over here for real. If I were following this, I'll be looking at this. This is what we would have been following first, right? Trend line. We would have been following that, and it would have become an internal trend line. Yay! We'd have broke over that, and then maybe we would say, okay, well, maybe we'll include it. All right. Broke out, came back, retested. So now we got that, and well, our only other option is to connect these guys. So now we got that. Now we got something that looks a little bit like a channel. It's kind of squeezing a little bit, and that can be a bullish channel if we're looking at channel ideas. So is she squeezing just a wee bit there? I might say. So I don't know, we'll keep our eye on it. This is a good place. If she bounces here, that's good. If she breaks this trend line, that's good. We can play those ideas, but this guy says that might catch up with you. If we did get something bullish, you know, that one would be in our way, and that would be a good setup for an M top, which looks a lot like a woolly booger or a crab cat. Beware the crab cat. Beware the crab cat. Oh no! He's predicting a crab cat. I'm predicting a possible crab cat. Beware the crab cat. Wow, wow. All right, Pingu. Let me come over and talk to you guys because apparently I've lost my freaking mind today. Nacho, please, says Chris Klein. Man, I've not looked at that one in a minute. Are you not on MEXC or KuCoin? Still on CoinEx. Maybe it wasn't ever. Maybe it was just Coin. I think it was maybe it was just CoinEx. See, at the time, and there were people hyping this little guy, and you know, memes are coming to Caspa. It's going to change everything, fam. And you heard all kinds of things. It didn't sound like a good idea to me. If Caspa really wanted to make headwinds, it needs to do like what Tron did and get stablecoin. And you got a cheap and effective way to move and hold stablecoin. That is what they did. But no, we got memes or the KRC 20s, and then a big ass money grab, and I don't know. So, but definitely in a good place to get them. And I was just kind of disgusted about how all that kind of came out. I mean, to me, it looked like a flat out money grab. And then of course you had some people that a little bit newer in the space, I guess, that, you know, get a little overly bullish and then kind of push them a little bit more than they should. We saw a little bit of that happen. And it's always at the worst time to buy them though, right? When they're up or pumping. But this would be the more sensible places to buy them. So this will be a ways away. This is where it went. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. When was this? This is November. This is October 24. That was January. This is, okay. It's not as distant as I thought. I thought this would be December. No, it's like last month. Okay. Or a few months ago. Hard to believe it's already May. Happy May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Ha. Ha. Haven't heard that today. Huh. Huh. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to keep you. Let's take you down here, and yeah, that's a. Okay, nice. So what I see here, we broke out of the juicy sweet spot, man. Anywhere under, what is it? A decimal, 4 zeros, and 4020. Hey, he said 4020. It was a good place to buy it. Now we're holding tight right there at 4020. He said 4020. So it's holding tight at 4020, although I would make this argument that that looks disgustingly like a symmetrical triangle, which I hate those little bastards. Don't trust them as far as I can throw them. They get kind of rangy in my personal opinions. But if you zoom out, you're probably looking at, you know, something a little bit more healthy. We can argue we got an internal trend line, blah blah blah. That doesn't matter. These trend lines don't matter anymore. It's this guy that matters. As long as we hold the bottom of that and respect that, then we can hope for some more upside. And the upside for this little booger, man, when was this? That was January, right? We need to back you up. I'm going back over here. Let's get some big boy targets. Right here, right underneath you, where you did this little W to the upside. Man, you got a metro move and everything, and then it gave everything back. Wow. So we got this bigger 236 area coming in at an 886. He's just, oh no, 0.5 coming in at it's a good Fibonacci area coming in here too, I believe. So that one I would look for. I was going to point out this one here actually. What's the percentage up there? 50%, 87% to get back up here where we were in March, near bottom, higher lows. Meaning the next thing should be a higher high target and could be up here at 157% gains. I'm putting you up there. I am. You're going up here, buddy. Right here. Screw this one. I want this. I mean, take it where you can get it. Don't get me wrong. Get paid, baby. Get paid. But I like that one. Nacho. What would that look like as a trade setup? Well, that's a short setup, and that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do a long. Go long, baby, go long. All right. Whoa, 35% stop loss. Oh, that's doable. Just throw 1,000 in. Don't worry, if it hits your stop loss, you've only lost 35%, baby. It kept you from losing it all. I mean, you still got $600, right? Almost, kinda, maybe. 550. That's all right. It's all right. You get a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You can do it. No, that's horrible. So but we're on the daily. We're on the daily. You can go right underneath. You can get a 13. You can get it really tight, but I'm just throwing some ideas. Maybe I shouldn't post this one. This would be like a big ass swing trade idea, but I like the gains on it. I won't post it, but we'll put it here. Let me take that off. I don't want to come back and say, oh, you said it's gonna go there. But it should be doing like a nice W, and then we got some higher targets, even higher than that, possibly over time. These are daily candles, but the ribbons are starting to flip. What do you look like over here on the indicators on the daily? And I'm on the daily. You're saying, but I'm a DGen. I wanted the 3-second chart. Oh man. See what the 4-hour looks like. It looks like a mess of well, after checking the chart, it looks like you have extreme heart palpitations, Mr. Jones. there's a very irregular beat there, very irregular cadence going on right here. It looks something like maybe we should hold you over and watch you for a few days and make sure everything's okay here. That's a lot of fluctuation right there. There might be a little bradycardia going on right there. Yeah, that's kind of all right. No, there's the moving averages are getting squishy, squeezy tight. I'm trying to see which ones are popping over which ones. 800 of that. That's not sold on it yet. Not sold on it yet. So she's going sideways. She'll probably squeeze in here a little bit, and then we can hopefully look for a pop over there. But that's the best I can say. Pop here. I like this one though. I like that one right there. This one. I fell in love with that one.
Back before I mined digital gold, I was chasing tacos in the street.
Hey Leo, ever going to do something?
Others got a taco just to eat. Got wallet stuff with coins and guap.
Did I mistype that?
Do I hold or take a taco walk, figuring out which one's enough. Crypto
I thought I could say. Hey Leo. Am I Lex Disick? I didn't think that I was, but maybe I am Lex Disick. Let's try Mixie. Well, look, clearly it's in a flag to the upside. I'm just saying. This is a good example of when I would not play a flag. When, okay, this is it. Okay, what they're not being taught. Oh, and they would probably look at that, or maybe any variation. You're gonna have this. I mean, they can do lots of things, but the thing that happened, the major thing that happened here, was this. And now this is one of the biggest things that your flag chaser guys don't see, and does not being taught because they don't see it. And so that means that all the people spending all that money to learn their little system are not learning something kind of viable right here. The flag came down and then it barely retested this. This became an internal trend line. It lost a trend line. It's in danger of falling, of not working out, meaning that would be kind of a crappy flag to the upside to play there. Possibly, I would say, more than likely, you're at an area of resistance. And if you eyeball it, you can see this little area over here, right? Where it was support, and now that's resistance. That's also a little red flag to consider when you're looking at a flag, that maybe the crazy ass measure move that you would be seeing seems to be a hip thing to do now. I mean, really, this is more of a descending triangle, which can break to the downside and become more of a descending channel. That's typically what you see with those, but they can also be continuation patterns. And if you did, you would take the measure move. Technically, you would be taking that wick too, but a lot of people just take a basic one from the lines to the other lines and put it at the breakout. And it basically takes you back up to where you started in the general rule. But now it's also hip to just do all this, other stuff, and for breakouts wherever levels that they may or may not happen. And not just to do that, but to also take it and move it to somewhere else that's not even there. I see that happen a lot. Fibonacci says we're getting rejected at a 0.5 area, also right through there. Coming down to retest this little booger. Now I might be persuaded if we actually come back down and touch it that there's our move to a 786. There's a reason to look at that area.
Flopping wings with style and grace, glistening alpha butter on his face.
So 44 cents possibly. That's more of a hopeful target and take her a while to get there. But now we got to see where you're bottoming out. She's staying really level through here. Really, this in the triangle kind of sticking, and we need to figure out our new angle, and I don't know what that would be quite yet. Could that be it? We broke it, and then, you know, yay. We already broke this one. How many more are we going to break there? But the fib levels, which we'd like the fib levels, 32 cents, 37 cents, but I really like 44. 37, 44 look good for any kind of... But also, we might come back down to 21. You got to put that on the radar. Retest that 21. That could happen since we're kind of playing around with losing major trend lines there. So if we don't, we go from here and we flag to the upside, 54%, 81%, or to the flag to the upside, go somewhere around 123%. 21 possible. 37 very doable, I believe. I think that's our target. That target is very doable. I just heard something happen. Oh my gosh, dude! Mike Stevenson has just sent $50 super chat. Mike says, "I'm sorry for misspelling dog, honey. You can spell my name any way you want to. I'm a cheap date." Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That does help support the channel. Thank you. 100% crowdfunded. I'm not trying to show you an expensive pay group or a pay group at all, for that matter of fact. I got a free one, and you know, there is like the $3 membership area over here, which I added value to. I appreciate that. Everything helps to support the channel, and thank you very much for that. I do appreciate the super chat. That helps a lot. Thank you. Honey, we can order McDonald's now. Maybe a couple days in a row. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's a nice, healthy, fat, juicy, super. I'm keep clapping. Can I offer you some dip, because I don't really have any. I don't have any really. Oh, here we go. Boom! Yeah, we got that. Yeah! Hey, made it rain. Made it rain, he did. Mark Stevenson, thank you so much for making it rain tonight on the Road Dog Crypto Show. Woo! That gives us all a little bit of hope here. Thank you so much. Fireworks. Yeah, fireworks. Why not? Let's break out the fireworks. Are they where they're supposed to be in the background this time? Nope. Nope, they're sure not. They're burning up my little cat. Oh, killed the dog. Oh no, the fireworks. Something is amiss here. Let's try the fireworks one more time, shall we? Hey, fireworks. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's go, little dog. Are you still? No? Oh man. All right. Haven't quite got that one figured out there yet. All right. I'm trying to adjust my scene over here in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any more coins? We've been going for about a minute, or an hour and 33 minutes. Did we look at PopCat? I was going to look at PopCat. I'm just looking at mainly some meme coins right now, because everything is, yeah, look over here. That's not too bad. That's not too bad on the daily, not too bad. Things are starting to pull back a little bit, looking at the prices. Ooh, Akash and Kava. They still up. So we've had some good runs out of things, right? And they went up, and then maybe we'll get a little pullback on some of these, and we get a little better entry over this next week, say come Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe by Thursday it'll try to pump us up again and get us all excited. I don't know what they're going to do. But I would much rather have a chance to buy these coins on a pullback than try to chase them as they're going up. And I know you're going to hear lots of flags to the upside, and maybe. But might I suggest that even if this flag to the upside does go up there, let's we're gonna come over here real quick. We're gonna take a gander at Bukowski. Let's get some guidelines. The problem that I see, and I think a few other people will kind of mention this too, is that there's so much regurgitated information out here. People join some group, join some mentor who is a spin-off from another mentor, who is probably a spin-off from another mentor, because let's face it, the real thing is these mentors can make some really good money, right? If you get 100 people giving you $100 a month, that's a lot of money. That's pretty good. If you get 1,000 people giving you $100 a month, well, that's really good. You get 5,000 people giving you $100 every month, well, that's a good reason to definitely be up here and keep everybody coming on in. Come and join in. But let's get some solid information down here, shall we, with pennants? Is that a pennant or a flag? There is a difference. Well, that looks more flaggish. We're going to look for a flag. What I was going to say, you get regurgitated information, and if you don't have something solid, something fundamental, something you can go back to, like an encyclopedia of chart patterns like this, something solid, some reference material. How do you know? You're just getting information, because I keep hearing 68% chance for every pattern mentioned to break up or to break down. Now tell me how that works mathematically. And so magically you get to say, well, I guess every pattern is 68% chance to break to the upside. Oh, this one's pointing down. Oh, it's 68% chance to break to the downside. You're getting some bullshit information down here. Let's get the real information. And then you'll know if you're being told good stuff or bad stuff. We got a flag. This is a flag to the upside. Okay, so here's the thing about flags. Okay, you get your. This is what Bukowski has. There's some people don't like this site. It's not the most beautiful site, but the alpha is here. Okay, the alpha is here, especially for a pattern trader. You need to know about Thomas Bukowski. This will change everything that you know. This will make you a lot better. May not agree with everything he says. I don't agree with 100% he says, but he's the guidelines, maybe, and he will guide you better than somebody who decided to make their millions selling trading group memberships and claiming that they made it trading Bitcoin, because that's what they do. Or tell me about that trade that really took you over the edge there and gave you that. Nope, can't say anything about that because they ain't one. Percentage beating price target for ups and down breakouts, 46%. What that means is that that's a little less than half. Okay, how we do that? We apply that multiplier to the breakout. If you study Thomas Bukowski, look, there's a tilted flag. There is such a thing. Unfortunately, it's called a flag tilt, where they do go up and then they break to the upside. There actually is. There's also half staff and all this other bullcrap. Your flag education should probably start over here. Half staff. Flag tilt. The best performance comes when the inbound trend is upward, leading to a flag which tilts downward, which is this one. Now, an example of that is the half staff. Well, but you said this. Did you? I think some of these things got off. If the flag appears above upward breakouts or below downward breakouts, a flat base then expects the move to be a large one. Anyway, some good little hints. What we came over here to look for was this right here, that 46% thing. Okay, so what that means, basically, we take that measured move. We're going to use this as a measured move. Oops, take you back down to that line here. Here's the 0. And here's 5, and we're about 46. So here, that would be the multiplier. That's how we do it, basically. we apply that little measure right there. That would probably be your actual measure move from here. And you know, gosh darn it, I'm going to put her to the test. If you're going to flag to the upside, baby. Now, here's the thing. Now, according to Bukowski, and I was very hesitant for this for a long time, but for your measure moves on these guys, the measure move comes from the bottom, and it's really more like an AB equals CD. It really is more like that. And I've been doing that, and I've had a lot better luck with my measure moves hitting. Now, for the pennants, the ones that do the little triangle, symmetrical triangle, you do take the measure move to the breakout of them. But for the half staff, and I used to, you know, I'd see Garrett all the way, and some other people do it this way. I'm like, you suck. You're doing it the mirror way. And since I've been playing around with it, I got to say I've seen some better results out of it. So, however, we'll take 2. If that's your breakout, you're not breaking out at all, though, is it? Let's put it the normal way, and we can adjust it. But it would suggest that you just go a little higher. We'll come back and adjust this idea, but I want to do that. This is a Bukowski measure move. And I've got you right here. And I'm going to put flag. So I want to come back to Pop Cat and check that. But here's the idea, though. Let's think about it this way. Instead of, oh, there's a flag, let's chase flags. We can do that, you can do that, but let's also look at the bigger idea. What else could be going on here? One, the most important one, is a trend line, which appears to be breaking right now, and maybe this flag is not going to flag. That's my first warning right there when I see that. First warning, that's not a good sign. We broke this trend line. That means the ups might not be up the up. And what I was hoping to see was the possibility of getting that one more bounce, an Elliott wave kind of deal. We'll see what Elliott says here. He might be on you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th wave anywhere through here and then down. Elliott, what you got to say? Oh, Elliott already fifth waved you out. You already fifth? Yeah, he'll probably change his mind too. He's kind of a flopper and a groper too. Shh. I try not to say that out too loud. He's already saying we're in a correction here. Those are A, those are B, this is C. We're ready to rock and roll again. Is that what you're thinking, Elliot? Is that what you're thinking? Really? That's why you don't get Christmas cards, Elliot. For me, I like to look at you a little bit of a different way. I like to zoom out and see what we can. Nice little falling wedge breakout retest to the upside, baby. Woohoo! Any measure move that we would have had from that looks like it's already been met. So wow, check that out. Oh look, did it nail it? Might have. I don't know. I was kind of sloppy with it myself, but that was just what we did there. In hindsight, you can make everything look good in hindsight. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Join my channel. You would have seen that ahead of time in 3D. I don't know. Fibonacci says we're getting rejected here. It looks like we might come back to 32 cents. So retest this little guy here, or maybe lower. We hope that holds at 31. Doesn't have to. This guy says we got a chance to come back and retest 21 cents. So don't forget this guy, where we came from. Helps to know where you're going when you know where you come from. So if this trend line breaks, I will keep my eye out for this thing. If she wants to get one more Humpty Hump though, personally, oh man, would that work? Would you get the full move? But I said it was going to do a flag to the upside. Our target went right up here to the 618. Maybe. Let's keep hopeful. 0.5. We don't know what it's going to do. We just don't want to always have a bias. But I can tell you that flags work until they don't, and a lot of times they don't. And if you see them everywhere, you may be disappointed because, well, this was a flag to the upside, and this one worked. This one didn't because there happened to be resistance. Well, this one didn't. I'm just going to shut up about flags. I'm just going to shut up about flags. I am going to zoom out, and I'm going to give me a nice big boy target up here 56 cents. Come on, Popcat. Can you go up there and give me that target? I really need you to. I need that target. 58 cents. I can't see you, Popcat. Come on. I got a freaking trend line in my way. 58 cents, Popcat. Can you do it? That's what I need. I need that out of you, Popcat. I think you can do it. You're at 32.6 cents right now. Popcat. This song that's playing in the background is about Elliott Wave and the confusing nature of Elliott. Because Elliott is definitely confusing. Can be. Alright, so we'll keep this flag idea just to see. Checking out the chat, seeing what's going on over there. Thank you again, Mike Stevenson. That was I hadn't forgotten. Big thank you for that. I think we looked at some of those. Have we looked at Fartcoin lately? Because that was the talk of the town. Fartcoin. I'm in a very steep channel here. Now, this one should definitely break, and it is, and I am not surprised. That is too steep for a channel, really, for real. I had my eye on this target at 150. I guess I suck again, Road Dog. I want to take some of these leave the lines. Leave the lines, but take the signs, but leave the lines. Look at this flag to the upside, Helen. Why, Fartcoin, see the flag to the upside, put it at the breakout. Oh, look, we're going to 150. Are you saying you did that? I did put this one up there, didn't I? From this way. Might she still do it? I mean, maybe. Let's kind of zoom out. What we really need to do is zoom out. So we had this little guy. I don't need you anymore for whatever that was. Fartcoin, I'm on the 4 hour. Look at you, little fuzzy woolly bugger, you. Man, I got a lot of lines on here that way. Do I need to clear this off, or? I think most of everything I got on here still should be good, right? 618's there, 0.5's there. I want to take that little green line off. It's a little redundant. Measure move is coming in right there too. Oh, that was from this guy. Okay, that's why I've got you marked over here. That's why I've got you marked. Okay. I want to just, you're at that 0.5. So that, yeah, that 147. That's why I got you. So we're sitting there waiting. Oh, did I move you again? It's the, that looks kind of big for you. I don't think that's that measure move. I don't think that's you. No, that ain't you. Okay, I don't know what that measure move is, because I didn't leave it. But 0.5, I do like that, and I had you up there before. I'll keep that. We got rejected at a 382 Fibonacci. This turkey is talking in numbers again. Please make it make sense. Man, if we're going to get a pullback, and are we? I need to put you on here. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's do it that way. I had you up there for a reason. Alright, let's take you off. And let's pretend that we've been saying with this guy here, if it's an inverted head and shoulders and it looks like a wild one, it looks like a upside down spider or something crazy, they do have a good chance, I believe off the top of my head, best I remember, I try to commit it to memory, about 64% chance to come back and retest the breakout area, which I see them do that a hell of a long time, even if it takes them a while after getting over here. So I would say, man, don't fade 65, 66 cents happen again at some point. Okay, I'm just saying, don't fade it. We could, for whatever reason, I don't know what the news would be to get back down there. And we would be looking at this little zone right here where our big ass moving averages, all the big ones on the 4 hour, 800, 600, 300, still in bearish order, but coming together. kind of makes me think that, yeah, these areas could be retested again over here. Maybe she'll bounce off of 74 more than touching 62, but I think this would be the sweet ass buy zone, and that's exactly what we're going to call this little guy. This is the sweet ass buy zone. Sweet ass buy zone right here. What'd I say? Okay. She's on a nice big steep trajectory, and you see how she's slowing down. She's losing some momentum as we're speaking. Get all the lines off your chart, Road Dog. There's too many lines. These are that's a 1, 2. That's just some extra fib areas that I would say maybe we could get up to. Maybe I think it looks like we lost a secondary trend line. Doesn't mean that we don't have a bigger trend line that we could be still respecting. This is where I start playing with the mystery science theater, whatever stuff here. And maybe that could happen. Are you looking to make a toppy pattern? You could be making a toppy pattern. It takes a special set of eyeballs, ladies and gentlemen, to see these toppy patterns, and only when you've been in this market and doing this for as many years as we have over here can you actually be worthy to have the eyeballs to see these things. Until then, you're expected to pay $99 a month just for the scolding and reminder that you're just not there yet, and it could take you a lifetime of $99 a month until you actually get this skill. But we would be the ones to teach it to you proper. Nobody sees it the way we see it. We get it right all the time. We call it both ways. There's no way we can lose. You don't need to learn how to fish. All you need is a two-headed nickel. We'll show you how to rig this game. Could we be doing? We could be. We just got to confirm it. Turkey's talking stupid. I think Turkey is sleepy today. I think that's what's going on with Turkey again. The special eyeballs. But those special eyeballs can belong to you. You just have to join me OnlyFans footsie group over here, where you can get your Bitcoin chart delivered to you with my fungusy toes pointing right at the little price targets. Don't even have to strain your eyeballs. My little toenail's going to point right at it. $2,499 a month, ladies and gentlemen. Love you little guys in Dubai. You guys, yeah. I'm going to paint my toenails next week just for you guys. You know I am. All right, guys. Let's move forward. Now that I get all my shills out of the way, get my grifting. Grifter's got a grift, baby. I'm just saying. Grifter's got a grift. All right, so we're here in the 4-hour fart coin, getting some support on the 100 moving average, and you better keep it, or it's going to rip to the downside, and could get a little nasty there. Could get a little nasty. That did not help me out a bit. Indicators, how are they looking? You trying to give us some bullish divergence there? Some hidden kind, that weak kind, the kind that might work if I feel like it. This is a crappy trend line. I did it from an angle, I think, right? Is that what we did? I don't like it. It sucks. I'm just saying, it sucks. Do better, Road Dog. And that brings us down to our sweet ass buy zone. It also opens up the possibility of, well, if that's what we're doing, if we're going to look at this guy, well, shoot. Might as well look at this guy too, man. Let's just open up this playing field. That's a big playing field. These guys can be fun if they ever do come back down here, which would suck, by the way, if you're holding this one long term. So are you going to drop? The bigger time frames kind of hint that in the future it seems like she might be seriously thinking about doing that. I don't know what time frame that might be. She might want to go up a little bit, sideways a little bit, but I just see it. I just think she could be coming back down here. Call me stupid, call me wrong, but I just think we're going to probably see 75 cents out of Fartcoin again. I don't think it's going to be the last time. Crazy as that is. Probably not what you wanted to hear, but that's what you got. Fireworks! I saw fireworks. Chris Klein. LMAO. What does that mean? That's great. I was just browsing and watching a little bit of that show, Science Mystery Theater 3000. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's a cool show. Bartcoin running out of gas. It needs to. It needs to. I see what you did there, Stray Guy. That was you, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, Ave. I see what you did there, Ave. Mike says, I just have to share this story. I was driving back home from Las Vegas last night, listening to Crypto Dreams going through Salt Lake, Utah at 2 in the morning. Lol. Cool. From Las Vegas. What happened in Vegas? Stay in Vegas. Wonder what it's like going back through Utah from Las Vegas. Or going through Utah and going to Vegas. I wonder if there's anybody, or is there anybody over there? Because it's kind of a religious state, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about it, but I just wonder, are there any kind of convert you on the way back? Like, don't sin, brothers, when you cross that border. Or is it like, repent when you come back over the border? We know where you've been. I'm glad that God's actually like really cool and not like any of that. I see someone walking like an Egyptian. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm going to roll with it. Is he the new Jim Cramer? I don't know, but well, it's pretty predictable what you'll get out of that. I mean, it just is. I mean, hey man, let's request Brett. Well, let's take a look at Brett. Well, that's pretty easy. We can do this right here with Brett. We'll just wait for this to fill out, and then it's to the upside, and there you go. There's your TA. And okay. Yay. I mean that's kind of standard to what you're going to get. It's this is pattern forcing is what it is, and that's the worst thing to do if you're a pattern trader. I'm not trying to talk. I don't mean to talk bad. I'm not going to try to get away from mentioning names and drawing too much attention to anything, but people who know should know. So I don't know. The more you try to mention it and try to warn people, the less favorable you're looked upon. So all we can do is come out here and just talk about what works for us, and try to show it as best we can, and hopefully try to prove it. Not saying that everything that's done over there, but there's to me, I don't know. I mean, I would want to learn things that definitely work, and not just somebody's hunch or somebody's interpretation of something that works sometime. It's just best if I say nothing. I think there's some basic lessons that are just missed there. That so many opportunities for every show just to go over some of those things, man. You know, like a trigger. Why are you entering this trade? You're just like, I'm in. I'm going in right now because why? Is there a reason? I mean, I see your setup, but is there a reason? And if not, what are you teaching the new guys? Like, okay, there's a shape. Let's jump in. There's, and maybe they mention, if not, then we'll wait for price to touch the 21. Well, newbies ain't going to wait for nothing. People coming in with money burning a hole in their pocket, dying to learn how to trade. And when they're first in the game, they ain't listening to that. They're going to hear what they want to hear. I did. I'm pretty sure you can say that you did too, if you look at it honestly. You're more eager to get it out there than to try to actually come up with a set of standardized rules that you can display and go over. I don't see those rules really displayed over there. All I see is, put a shape to it, call it, draw a big stick, target, and, we can be here by then. And then a lot of times you see that that's not how it plays. Sometimes it does, or does something kinda, but usually it's you're rolling over to a new one. We're going from this time frame, we got this setup, and then we go into another one, we got another little setup, and We'll do a different little flag here to the upside, or and then they all get forgotten and whatever. It's just all for show at the moment. I swear, I think it is. And you don't know until you come back and then you see an old chart where something didn't play out. And sometimes that happens here on my channel too. And I know nobody's going to be perfect for everything, but to me, I mean, if it's that damn predictable, it's probably real easy for market makers to predict those very simple things too. That's interesting. So I follow trend lines. That's the basic thing. And if I see a pattern forming, that's cool. We'll take that into account. And you can see them form, and you can see them change. And but I have guidelines, right? If I'm following a trend line, then they'll get something like this. I might keep this originally, but now by my rules, I've got to incorporate this because it's evolving, it's changing, it's telling me something else. Now it's telling me now we're forming a channel idea. And we may lose that channel, or there may be a bigger part of this channel. But what happens over here is starting to spell out more of a story. And you may say, you suck with your channels. And okay, they're valid. They're valid ideas. But so are the other areas. You can look at this as a trend line. And this is a fun one. If we're doing something like this, ooh, nice, baby. That's it's a wedge variation, the opening broadening pattern. That one has let me make sure that 72% chance to break out to the upside by Thomas Bukowski. And they're kind of fun to play because they can even come down lower and still kind of form through here, and then when they break up and do nice. But the measure move is the width of the channel itself. It's not something, well, I'm going to make up a new thing. We're going to play, look, we got an opening broadening flag to the upside. That's not really what you would do, but you could look for an AB equals CD opportunity there. I play those a lot because they are cool as freak. And that depends on where we bounce off. We bounce off of this little guy there. We get a 1-to-1 move. Similar, it's a measured move. The basic premise that I think would be an opportune time when somebody's taking wild ass measure moves that they don't explain why they're pulling them from here. Sometimes they pull them from here. Sometimes you don't know. They never explain what they're doing. They never explain what they're or why they're taking a measurement, why they're not doing like this is what you would normally do. Why are you doing something different? Never talked about, never explained. They're such a great teacher, and I'm like, what are they teaching you though? What I mean, for real. Here, I will tell you. I'll teach you something right now. The basic things you're looking at is a 1-to-1 move. This market runs on 1-to-1 moves. Fibonacci's, you got a secret little spice here. An AB equals CD move. This is AB. We come down from B to C, and then from this, wherever we stop, if it is here, if C will be here, if we're bouncing here, our measure from A to B is now C to D, takes us up to our 618 Fibonacci. Gives us a full-on 1-to-1 move if we do bounce from here. Has a good chance of that happening. If not, she will be close up there. There's a secondary one we can go through. Or you could just wait a minute, are you all the way at the bottom there? It doesn't matter, I'm just checking my thing. Snap, zero. Or we can use a little cheat thing and we can put this little guy over here. And I think you already got it right here. So I do things like that, and I have good luck with them, but I can sit here and explain them to you, and I think that you could take that away and actually learn something, and then you can back test it and try it. But from what I see that's being offered out there to the new people, it just is not explained. It's just whatever the dude is doing at the time, and you know, You got to try to be more like me. Be me. Be just like me. Do what I do. Do the things I do. Drink what I drink. Have the routine that I do. Buy the cars that I buy. Do what I do. You got to be like, you know, and you're getting motivational talk is what you're being sold. And that's what all snake oil salesmen like to do. They like to be motivational speakers. If you haven't noticed, a lot of your motivational speakers are basically snake oil salesmen. Don't mean to hurt the feelings of most of them, but a lot of them are. There's good money in that seminar racket. I found that out in the real estate thing, though. All right, those real estate seminars back in the day were peeling in. Oh man, screw real estate, man. That's selling that credit card machine thing back there, selling that idea, selling the courses, selling this. We got a book, we got a cassette tape thing. Oh, back when cassettes were good. Books and tape set right here, $1,800. Take it home with you tonight. Probably be about $10,000 now. And then it qualifies you to come to you can come to our conference. And then, oh man, you see how big that game gets right there at those conferences. Oh, ooh, that's a big network. They got a lot of little things and courses and book deal or little, you know, they got all kinds of little programs to sell you on over there, and they keep getting more expensive. But you can buy a bundle deal. We can give you a bundle deal now because we're looking out for you. Crypto's a great way to get paid. You're going to see a lot of people find a way to get you out of your crypto and take it away from you. Now, if they're doing a good or a service for you, that's fine. But if they're selling you something that's not a true bill of goods, then I don't know. I have issues with that. But there's a lot that you can learn out here on yourself. Investopedia, a great little site. You can get a full education over there. If you don't like Thomas Bukowski Investopedia, go check it out. You will get a better education there than you will on a lot of these little groups, because they're just going to spoon feed you a little strategy that works for, you know, I can spell out some of these strategies for you on a session. That could be a nice little chart school video. I'm just saying, I'll break down the strategies that some other people use, and maybe even tell you why some of mine give you an edge that they don't see. Take a look at Peppy, if we will. Oh my God, we got him ranting. Can't this turkey ever shut up without ranting about other stuff? I wish I could, but I just see the same stupid being done a lot. And I don't like to see new people coming in, see stupid, and think that stupid is the way to go. They need to have some form of direction. We broke that trend line, baby. You trying to do a nice little W pattern down here, but I don't know if she's gonna. You got rejected right there. That's sad. I feel for you. Now I got to do this, and now we got you. You're just gonna be the big old cloud hanging over your head. We're gonna paint you red, and all this other stuff don't matter. No, I had an arrow up there. You suck, road dog. That target never got hit. It was a hope and a dream. Yeah, I'm going to leave it up there for shame. For shame. 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 Shame.
My heart's on the line, caught in the scheme.
So, Peppy, you're stuck within a rock and a hard place. Peppy, I'd like to see you bounce out of here. I'd like for that to be a flag, Peppy. Can you please be a flag? Let's just put it in a flag to the upside, ladies and gentlemen, and call it a day. Just like any other flag, we broke that trend line there, so probably ain't a flag. Probably getting a pull back, but Ichimoku Cloud looks interesting. Let's see if we can come back to this area. 7746, maybe 725. Give her a little. I'll get a chance to come back to this sweet ass buy zone. Sweet ass buy zone coming in right here. Gonna be looking at the 0.5 best. I know people say always look at the golden pocket, but I don't think you're going to see quite as many of those hit anymore. It's a good rule of thumb. If we're really bullish, we'll start taking off in these 0.5s more than the 618s. It's a good test of the water, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, all 20 of you, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you being here. I see that I think Joe has already left. I don't know if Joe is streaming tonight, but he might be. Avi put up, whoa, what did I miss here? Haven't actually heard of anyone say the whole May the 4th phrase at all. Mandela effect. Wait, what did he put the pick stars? What? Team night? What? I don't know. Maybe. $50 super chat. That was awesome. Thank you. Check out the pattern site for technical analysis, chart patterns, and trading insight by Thomas Bukowski. I don't have my book out here. You can order the book off Amazon. I don't have any links. I'm not trying to make anything off of it, but I'm just telling you, if you can stomach it, if you just need a point of direction, just to get some solid information, a good solid foundation, I do recommend. And it's more than just pattern. He wrote the book on chart patterns. He wrote the encyclopedia on it, so he did write the book on it. He goes over a lot more. I mean, he goes over Elliott Wave over here, and he also does candles, like the candlesticks, if you're into reading the little doji candles and stuff like that. He's got all that stuff over there too. He's got books, classes, quizzes, and it's all free. I mean, the dude is doing this free. Glossary, forecast, fundamental. He's got software over here too. He was a software engineer. He retired in his 30s. From actual trading, and then he started, putting all this stuff out. His software probably looks old school too, but anyway, lots of things over here, lots of good foundational knowledge. Compare, put this together. What people do, what most of the people out here, they're trying to teach you to pattern trade. You know what they're doing, right? Or what they've been doing? They Google it, take a picture, and they look at the picture and tell you, well, you buy here, and then you'll buy when you come out here. You go buy the picture. There's some more stuff to it than that. There's a lot more juicier information than just doing that. But that's mostly what they're doing. And the more that we got them doing that, the worse the actual reference stuff that we're getting, because now we're starting to see the bullshit start coming over here. But there's rules for cup and handles too. You notice that price goes into a cup and handle? That's the way it's supposed to be. Every one of these good examples, except for this one, you suck. I don't consider that a cup and handle at all. This is actually one of my rules. Price goes in, it's a continuation pattern. A cup and handle is a continuation pattern. And you see them drawn every way imaginable. As long as it has anything written, a lot of times it's just a higher high and higher low, and they're going, oh, it's a cup and handle. Oh, it's a ascending cup and handle. It's special. No, it's just a high and higher, high and higher. It's a trend. That's all. And they went to the upside. Well, it is an upward trend. That's what they do. No, it's a cup and handle. But they just come look at pictures and say, well, this is what it is. Pay me $99. I Googled it. Yeah, so you don't have to. You can just pay me $99 and I'll tell you what I think it says. And everything looks like a cup and handle to me right now. Upside down, downside up, all the ways. I love a cup and handle. It's my favorite. I see them everywhere. I've got special brain. But you might not have a special brain because you haven't been doing this for 15 years. It's took me 15 years to master the cup and handle. I mean, most people do it, within reading about it, and playing with it a little bit. But no, I took 15 years to master it because I got my master's in cup and handle. Yeah. And I've also got a PhD in flag. I got a master's in cup and handle and a PhD in flag technology. And I can show you how to do it. But there is a price, I used to do it for free, but I got so much riffraff that I started having to charge a lot of money to keep people. I want serious people. I don't want freeloaders coming in. I want you to make sure you're there. And if you don't have enough money, that's fine. I'll make fun of you. Look, show me your Rolex. I'll show you mine. And just change your change your pineal gland. Drink you some watermelon water. Come out here without a shirt on when you first start your stream so you can set the mood. I can show you how to be successful over here. I'm being facetious and very mean. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of went off the chain here. I'm trying. It just comes out sometimes. But I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna check in on this big flag to the upside here. That actually could be the tilt, the flag tilt. It's a rising channel. If it did break to the upside, that would be bullish AF, because that's not supposed to happen. But that's not what happened. Instead we broke it to the downside. So we're getting some rejection here at a rejectable Fibonacci area, and we should be coming back for a pullback. And just to reiterate what the daily is saying, because we got off on the weekly and other things. We've got a bearish cross of 100 over the 200. That was kind of a heads up that, like, yeah, I don't know that we're going to just blast off right now, because that would put a little damper on the campfire. That would put water on the campfire right there. I don't know that, you know, that's going to happen. These are the little signs that kind of help us navigate this and help us see the stuff ahead of time, or look for it ahead of time. We know that anything technically can happen. Somebody comes out and says, I got $1 trillion, I'm putting it on Bitcoin tomorrow. The price will go up. You can't deny it. And the things will change. The indicators and everything will reflect what happened. But outside of that, we've got the trend, the momentum of things as it's naturally occurring here, or as natural as it can with those manipulating little bastards. But it does suggest coming down to these lower areas, 90,000-ish. We got a gap. I'm going to talk about that gap again. We got a gap at 91.5, and it seems like we're heading down there. We come down to our 4 hour. Oh my God, look at that candle. It says, oh, it's all over Bitcoin. No, tell me it's not so. And I'm just going to say, fear the crab cat. Fear the crab cat. I look like a crab cat. We're calling it the crab cat now, because we're cool kids and we can do that. All right, so 4 hour, we got the 21, or below the 21, looking like she's crossing that 50. We lost our 50 moving average on the 4 hour. For real. Well, the next one is the 100, according to our little 5 moving average strategy, because in my world, it may not be your universe, you may be DC or Marvel, but I'm in Turkey universe over here. And in my world, my universe, how this works out, that when we lose the 50 moving average, we go talk to the 100 and maybe the 200. I'm just saying, that's how it is in my universe. We'll see if it plays out in your universe. Maybe you cross over. It works out better in my that's what I'm expecting. So that brings us down to these areas too. That's another reason to be coming down. So here we are losing, and you can take a measurement from the channel too. I mean, I don't know how great it's going to be, but we can give you a roundabout idea saying, oh, darling, we're coming down to that 100 moving average. That sounded familiar, didn't it? Wow. Usually if I see 2 or 3 things pointing to the same area, it's just like in grade school when somebody farted and you're like, mm-hmm. And then somebody's looking with their eyeballs or tilting their head, or somebody's, if they start pointing to somebody, I'm going to look at them and think, you're probably the stinky little bastard farting like this. Go use the bathroom. They're pointing their fingers at this guy over here. So if we're going to fart, or as Charting Crypto would say, I don't say it, but I think it's a wrestling term, shit the bed, then I think it's going to be, this is where the stink's going to be. Right down here. First level of stink. That first level of stank. Guys, thanks for hanging out and putting up with my silliness, and I do feel a little bit wild. Maybe I'll be more tame tomorrow, but I kind of doubt it. I'll probably be even more stupid and sillier. Fear of the crab cat. The crab cat. The crab cat was on the 6 minute, by the way. The crab cat. Look at our little crab cat. I lost the crab cat. Fear the crab cat. Right here. We're feeling the pain of the crab cat. We came down to the measure move. That measure move sucked, man. Didn't catch nothing. That is true. I have nothing to say about that, but it did. We did get down here though, didn't we? Sucks to be you, Bitcoin. Actually, it never sucks to be Bitcoin. I think you should get as much as you can along the way, and just find a way and put it somewhere where you don't have harebrained ideas. Hey, man, I want to take it and put some of it in altcoins. That was bad. That was my worst idea that I've done. So never traded any Bitcoin or any fashion, shape, or form for altcoins through spot margin or any other ways. Hang on to that Bitcoin. It's hard to get that Bitcoin, and you need to get all that you can, because that's what the big boys are doing. So never wrong to do that. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I started jibber jabbering again, and it's time for me to leave. We've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's too long. 21 people. You are the ones. You are the world. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to be, oh, did we lose another one? Oh no, we got one back. 2 more people. One of you can be $17.99 and the other one can be $1,800 until somebody else says, "No, screw you, I'm going to unsubscribe." Then you bump back, and then we have to get a whole new $1,800. It's going to be a challenge to see who is going to be the one true $1,800. Might be you. Hit that subscribe button. Make the number go up. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you. Oh, nice little move to the upside there, Bitcoin. Go, go, go. See you tomorrow. I may do a daytime stream just to check on the market. I think it's going to be kind of wild tomorrow, just to see. I guess we should we talk about that tomorrow? What to expect tomorrow before the flag chasers kind of tell us what they're going to think again. Well, we did. We should be coming down. The CME gap is probably what we're going to be focusing on tomorrow. And pull back in some altcoins because they're going to get. Oh, we got 2 crab cats. That's too many. All right, going to the end screen now. Yeah, I've said bye 15 times. I know, I'm that person. Won't walk out the door, and you're like, Jesus, man, maybe push him out the door. Bobby, you go down, kneel down behind them. I'll push them. They'll fall over backwards. That's a lawsuit, Daddy. Oh crap. All right, well. You call them. Call him, tell him that the Aunt Betsy had fell down the stairs.
She rocked old jeans last fall, no doubt.
May the 4th move in. May the 4th be with you.
Hey now, heart skipped when she peeled on by. Ooh yeah, in a Corvette that lit the sky.
Good night, guys.
Spinning fast, thoughts collide fast. Is she cashing out her pride? She's out of my blockchain, riding high. Ooh no, from boots to bucks, she's crypto fly. Thought she's stripping OnlyFans, Lord, I'm sure.
I'll strip OnlyFans for you. $2,499 a month. Shoot. Let them amateur charge that $3 a month. I go for the bacon.
Good Lord, I'm still
It's a
stuck
big
in
one.
tractor land, my word. Feared she's streaming naughty scenes, oh man, till her trades hit big time green. Mind spinning fast, thoughts collide fast. Is she cashing out her pride? She's out of my blockchain, riding high. Ooh no, from boots to bucks, she's crypto fly. Thought she's stripping OnlyFans, Lord, I'm shook. Ooh no,
Good night, everybody.
she's flipping all coins,
Trade
not
carefully.
trading looks.
We need to look for some shorts. We forgot to look for shorts.
Saw her screen, coin stacked high. Ooh yeah, ringtone sang, I nearly cried.